I think we could go ahead and get into it. Hello, YouTube fans, friends, new recruits, and veterans to the channel. Welcome on back into Grand Tactician. No. We gotta recut that. This is the beauty of watching the live stream. All right, here we go. Hello, YouTube fans, friends, new recruits, and veterans to the channel. We are back with... No, it's here. There it is. I gotta remember this right here. Wait, should I go like that? Should I go like that? The outtakes right here? This is hard. Figuring out how to point the right way. So I got to go like that. Right there. All right, here we go. Hello, YouTube fans, friends, new recruits, and veterans to the channel. And welcome back into this great, grandest strategy Civil War simulation. Grand Tactician, the Civil War, 1861 to 1865. I am your humble and gracious player host, Bank 60s. Thanks for joining on in and appreciate you taking the time as always. Staying cozy here tonight as we get back into the Union campaign. This has been a real journey, I will say. Mid-July. Right off the bat, there's some housekeeping items to address. I had thought a little bit about this. So, we'll get right to it. Oh, and another pitch, of course, every time I'm going to go ahead and mention this right off the top. Please do smash that thumbs up button for me. If you're already a fan of the channel, you're really doing me a favor. And so I appreciate that. It helps get it out to the algorithm, get more people involved in the community here and in this game and in the great discussions that we have in the chat. And for those that pop through that are new, hit that subscribe link. Love to have more folks. All right, here we go. First thing was going to do here as we get the clock going. Let's, I need to look at what, oh no, it was the, it was this army out west. Right here. So, yeah. We needed Wallace. Get some Springfield rifled muskets. Irwin. Same. Burbank. Same. And then we'll do Department of the West. Right here, we want to give them the same. Ooh, let's do some Enfield rifled muskets, just some of them. The Missouri Brigade. Abercrombie, he'll get Springfield's. Morgan. Let's give him... let's give him some Sharps rifle. Can we do it? Too many men? No? Yeah, we can do it. Okay. Very good. Chapman and Heckman, they're two new brigades. We'll go ahead and fit them out. And then we'll have Heckman. He'll be like a reserve brigade. Heckman. And we'll leave him with crappy muskets. These are all 6-pounders. Let's see. Can we upgrade these fellers? That's 6-pounders. Let's do some 3-inch ordnance rifles. What do you say? By the way, what are the stats on the 6-pounder? 1523, poor accuracy. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do... See, we don't have a lot to upgrade with, so we'll do that. And then we'll leave the rest 6-pounders. I like to always try to keep something in reserve. And oh, by the way, probably going to go ahead. I think I'll dip off the screen, let my voice do most of the work. I think folks appreciate that just fine. It's kind of a calmer game playthrough. I don't have a whole lot of reactions to offer. All right, but I do want to get this underway. We're attacking here. We're going to see if we can get his Western Army in a pincer. Let's force march you. Go. Defense. Let's go right into it. Don't worry about going tonight. Right, these guys, their cavalry is guarding. Good. This campaign out in Missouri continues. All right, here we go. No. We want to withdraw from this. It is nighttime. Okay, we got contact. Let's see if we can stop. There we go. Good. Now they're stopped. It's overnight. Okay, these guys, they're going to be camped out. We know that we're going to have a battle the following morning. And we're still going to have a rear guard action. Now that's interesting. These guys going to keep moving? Okay. On this day. They're going to pull back. Looks like. Cool. Now let's take a moment and just make sure nothing untoward is happening anywhere else. See, I want the Army of Northeastern Virginia. I just want them to rest for maybe another week. I want to try to get him closer to the green. Okay, now we're going to switch to attack. And we're going to move in on them from this side. Force march that. Hopefully, we can pinch them between both the Department of the West and the Army of the West. This is set up here because of our effort to trap their Missouri Guard Army in Tennessee. That's worked out really well for us. Here we go. Ah. Shoot. Okay. I want to attack with the Department of the West. Right? Huh. Where'd they pick up 12 guns at? Shoot, they must have just got those. This is a pretty even up fight. They just collected some reinforcements. We're going to have a tired and nearly broken army to start the fight with. It's just going to be a meeting engagement. Let's take a look here. Right off the bat. I think we'll be on the Wilson's Creek battlefield again. Maybe we'll be late at night. Reporting the enemy near Springfield, Missouri. Our army, the West Army under command. Skip, we've fought him before. He's got 12 guns now. All right. Good. So for now, I've got 7,500 men, and it's 1,900 hours, and we're attacking. Same as last time. Oh my gosh, this is almost the exact same setup. Well, that's not a big issue. Let's take Hooker and everybody. And let's take Stone, Miles, this artillery, Porter, Burbank, Churchill, Hooker here. All right, so what we'll start with is Porter here. Or actually, shoot, we'll go ahead and just put him kind of on the hill here. Come on, there we go. Like that. And we'll effectively just kind of, I think all I really feel like doing is kind of marching up in this area of Gibbs Mill, Win, Ray. I don't think that we'll be pushing it all the way to a defeat by just taking it into nighttime. We shall see. So we'll go like that. We'll just kind of position the army in an area to just take control of this for the time being. That's the idea anyway. Artillery here. Artillery here. Infantry here. Cavalry, kind of a reserve, would be near the crossroad here. Hooker, right there. Porter. We'll get him moving, and he'll come up here at the Ray farm. There. Right there. We'll go 2 times. 2 times. Stoic, welcome on, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah. I can always count on Stoic to be here, for sure. Anybody watching on a couple of devices, thank you for that too. We're going to see if we can get those peak concurrents up again tonight, although I don't expect for this to be quite as action-packed. There he is. Yeah, watching on 2 devices. That's my guy. 4 peak concurrents. Maybe we can get over. We ended up with 16 the other night. That's not too bad, huh? Not too bad at all. Shoot, I'll keep the picture up. Why not? You guys don't mind seeing my ugly mug, do you? So we're heading into nighttime here. And yeah, that means that a bunch of hours are going to go by without us having to do anything. kind of like it in this map view like this, honest. Until you get into action. You know, the only thing you don't get is the, you know, the cool terrain. Yeah, I don't know. This is a pretty cool view. Wow, look at how that terrain goes up like that. I guess I hadn't really fully appreciated that the last time we played here. This is the former battlefield. Boop. Dismount, boys. Just guard there. If they want to come at me from over here, I guess they can. Take this cav unit and move them here. Here's Porter. Now, let's look, don't forget to look where, so their entry point was here. Ours is here. Since we have help coming from this, like, I would think that our Department of the West might come on here, but it's kind of tough to tell. Gonna have to make this attack kind of piecemeal, it seems. I think we may have to flank to Oak Hill this way. Stoic, that's a good question. I don't think it matters. So, generally speaking, I will keep the troops, you know, the main body, most of the troops. I don't go walking off in the woods and the prairies much. Everything depends on the road network. And, you know, anybody who knows anything about military operations knows that infrastructure is vitally important. And so every time I've ever done that and continued the battle overnight, all of my troops have been able to resupply really well. Just kind of respect and abide by the roads, so to speak. And then, yeah, you can, yeah, since it's nighttime and since, I mean, they're gaining some points, and right now I'm at a minor victory. You know, so it's like, I don't quite know how long I'll be able to wait through even the next day. That'll be interesting. So we'll have Porter up here. Go ahead, lay down, boys. Go ahead, lay down. Y'all don't need to get yourself all exhausted over all this. Lay it on down. There you go. Okay, we'll have them there. Hooker, come on down. Survey the line. End of day. Yep, okay. So, boop. There we go. So it looks like you have Porter's supplies at 62. I guess there's a red barrel. Okay, 2nd Brigade supplies 49, 48. So I might not have looked at that closely enough before I jumped into the battle. Huh. Yeah, Stone's Cavalry. See this one up here? What, why does that say 0, I wonder? Everybody else is pretty good. All right, 0500. Ready to deploy again. Okay, we're going to take Stone, move him here. And then I want to look at something. No, see, okay, he's got ammunition. That's fine. Burbank, he'll get in the big column and move there. Churchill, let's go ahead and get him across the creek. There, I see him. They're back up on their hill again. So, I think we'll have to try to flank again. Just soak up time. Maybe we could bait them into an attack down this way. So as a matter of fact, let's take Burbank. Let's say that he came across the river overnight and set up a position here. Artillery's still there. These guys will redeploy. These fellas here. Boom. Right. Miles, we'll have him pulled back to here. We'll do this because I like it better. And Hooker will come on up to here. The Wynn Ranch or Farm. I appreciate that, Stoic. And then I would get these guys. I guess I'll just start them where they're at. And what I'll do is I'll just march beginning with Porter. And we'll just march over this way and then down and then here and across. And then when it's time, we'll peel the rest of the army and follow. And we'll just kind of, I think we'll probably set up some semblance of a defense around here as we go. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Okay. All right, let's send out some skirmishers here. So it sounds like their artillery or mine is going. Yep, it's theirs. Okay. Let's dismount. And then let's lay them down. You guys lay down. All right, now Porter, your division. I mean, I could take a real wide march, but that's not going to make sense. So let's start by bringing him. Let's start by bringing him here. Boop. We'll let them come at us if they'd like. Let's move this battery up. I didn't use any entrenchments in my deployment phase, so I hope I don't regret that. And then I've got the Department of the West showing up at some point. Still looking at a minor victory for now. That's kind of cool. Just going to guard this. I tell you what, let's take Stone here. And let's detach him. We'll let him do that order first. Then he'll come out here and he'll just make sure to scout up to here. Should have a courier coming here. Yep. And off we go. Excellent. Uh-huh. Yeah. Flanking right. That's the idea. A lot of the time, the enemy AI, when they're on defense, they just won't do anything, really. I mean, I think they'll see me. I think they'll see me coming down through here and marching this way. Will they just will they just sit there? That's what I kind of expect, but based on the way the AI has been acting, I'm not so sure. All right, let's have this cav. We'll test it with this cav real quick. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's have him come all the way here. Boop. Let's have him double time along the way. This is the part that's a little frustrating. I thought they were detached. So I thought that meant they didn't have to wait for orders. What I'm afraid of is that, I mean, if I were the Confederate player, let's say, I'm still afraid that the AI is savvy enough. If they see what it appears to be just half of my army here, and then the other half breaking contact with this half to do a flanking march, that they'll basically just take everybody and attack straight at this area here, crush them, and then turn and crush these guys in detail, as they say. That's why it's always one of those where, in old school military terms, that it's really risky to divide your force and do a flanking march like this. That's why I say I think another accompanying move might be to take like Burbank's infantry and kind of slide him this way, maybe to the Manly farm here. I'm not sure. Or to bring the guns forward. Tell you what, that might actually be a good idea. Here, let's do this. We'll get in a little artillery duo. Well, that's kind of, God, I hate to second guess myself, but it's a little early. You know, we'll stay in defensive mode for now as our cavalry gets moving. We'll go ahead and get the clock moving a little faster too. Ooh, that sunrise is real pretty. They got a nice position up on those hills, that's for sure. Woo! All right, they didn't kill any of our guys. So they can hit me coming through here. We'll have to double time it with the infantry once we get there. All right, good. Can they hit me here? think so. Okay, dismount. Go ahead. We'll have them get up into some cover there, it looks like. Yeah, sturdy indeed. Only choice we're going to, I mean, a frontal assault up here would be not good. Let's lay these guys down. All right, once Porter's up, once he's formed up again, let's see where we're at here. See, we're still minor victory. I think we could really give this some time. And I hate to bore everybody watching. Matthew Souther, welcome in. Thank you for joining and appreciate you. Do smash that thumbs up button for me ahead of time. Really appreciate you guys doing all that. It's just one of those algorithm things, man. And I do want to try to grow the community. I want to try to get some robust talks going in chat. I know it makes it kind of harder to communicate directly with me while I'm playing, but as somebody who's gone into other streamers' chats, I'll just mention that it starts to get a whole lot of fun when you get a lot of people in on the chat and they're all talking to each other and doing things. And me being able to let all of the viewers just kind of get to know each other a little bit is something I'd look forward to being able to do. Yeah, I agree completely, Stoic. That's it's as close as I'd say to kind of an unassailable position. You know, you've got the creek in the way. Bringing the guns forward. Now there's something that could prompt an attack like you're talking about. I can't sit here and say that that was directly on my mind, but that's a really good point. All right, forming up here. Yeah, the lighting in this game is... I really do just like looking at it better than I like Scourge of War.
Right shoulder, shift, ah!
Yeah, I think I'll take my time on this. Let's get these guys up. And then we'll get them on the move again. Or maybe what I do is, let's take a look at what we got. Right? So we're still at a minor victory and they have points, right, that are being gained for having the victory location. I like the deployment the way that it is right here. Frankly, if we lay these guys down, I don't think I want to start the flanking movement. I don't think I actually want to start the flanking movement until the Department of the West gets here. What kind of guns are these? Oh, that's a little bug. These are the 6-pounders? Okay. It's Pretty good spot for him, really. Like how that works out. Ah, but the woods are in the way. Okay. So just to cover this whole area here, what I think I will do is just go skirmishers, skirmishers. Yeah, don't worry about roads, you guys. Keep using cover, though. And these boys head on down into these woods. Let's see what happens if we do this. Stir up a little trouble down there, maybe. That's maybe a good looking screenshot right there. I'm always trying to improve. That's pretty good. Always looking to improve the way the screenshots look. And I like the battle map look. I'm not sure if that's as click-worthy, though. What seems more click-worthy ends up being something like this. Oh, hit my cavalry down there.
Fill those buckets, Private.
They've lost 11 men. Okay.
Now shut eyes open, lads.
Ooh, 2 men down here. Maybe we can mess around with this artillery a little bit.
Keep your space and don't.
Can't help myself. Ho! No, I think we'll keep it right here. That's fine. We'll at least let them use up ammo if they'd like. Is this our crappy? No, these guys have Wallace, Springfield rifle muskets. Good. All right, so we'll be up there against the creek with them. Keep them from shooting up my cavalry here. I think we'll take... No, not ready to move, Miles. Let them use up some ammo if they'd like. Maybe one thing we could do, if we were to just go cray-cray, to target these guns kind of here in the first part of the action. Still got a victory working. I mean, we might wipe out the cavalry here, but let's do something a little daring. We did detach them. The 500, 600 men of Stone's brigade. Let's go on a little raid here. Let's go. Double time. Let's see if we can get these guns out of here. I remember you talking about your Charlottesville effort once before. Stoic, that Tell me more. Like, did you had you already taken Richmond and pushed down that way, or were you flanking from the mountains? Got to do a little stop start on the recording here. All right, here we go. Why does it show them walking? That's funny. Charge. Is that a bug? All right, get him. Yeah. All right. Force their guns back. That was the idea. The cost of 81 looks like did the trick. Hopefully that doesn't wake up a big old hornet's nest. They're going to get myrtleized though. Come on, boys. Get out of there. Oh, they won't let me retreat with them. Well, Stone may have gotten himself in real trouble over here. Come on. Fine. Shoot those guys. Shoot those guys. He's going to break. I guess we're going to have to go ahead and let him break. Let's see, these skirmishers. Bring them up here. Yeah, the foot cavalry, right? Unbeknownst to me. All right, they're going to get out of there. Broken. Oh, now they're back on their horses. Yeah, their horses, the horse holders in the back couldn't keep up. Woo! Damn, 12,000? That must have been one hell of a battle. I haven't had one that big yet. Still looking at a minor victory. 8 in the morning here on July 22nd. Well, that means this will go unprotected before we move on it. Oh well. And I have a feeling that the reason this keeps ticking toward a minor victory for me has everything to do with the fact that once, like as time continues going forward from a logical standpoint, the closer it gets to me getting the numbers advantage. And I think also taking out those guns might have ticked things up a bit. But it looks like we got this battery. Okay. All right, shoot back, so we'll retreat them. That's just fine. Oh, these guys are back. Okay, so they're putting some infantry over on these leftover guns. We weren't able to carry the guns off. That's one thing I do like about this game. Yeah. Yeah, you'll see the elephant before you know it. You got that right. When you say insane, was it, you know, at least an organized affair, or was it just was it a meeting engagement? Were you were on the attack? What about that? Oof, Stone is all the way gone, man. Poor guy. Lost damn near half his brigade. Couldn't take those guns, man. Oh, well. So these guys will get back on those guns, but they're not as good as the other guys at operating them, I don't think. I don't believe. All right, let's go 5 times. These guys are going to go all the way off the map. Oh, well. So now they're lying. And so this is something I also would say I'd criticize about the makers of Grand Tactician. They haven't really done anything about it yet. Is when the AI does this, you know, and they're pretty much just fine having all their guys clumped together like this. Boy, that sure looks crappy. And then here you have just a little part of a breastwork that I guess they built. Guns over here. They still shooting here? 12 losses? Okay. I guess we could probably pull these guys back right here. Yep, off goes Stone. That was always going to happen. How bad did yeah. Shoot. 37 killed from that. The foot cavalry, not quite so hot, but they did lose 5 guns from that, so that works for me. Well, time for a refill already. Shoot. Now we're just kind of taking it through the rest of today, of this second day in the battle. I bet we could probably get away with going 20 times regular speed. And just waiting it out. All right, so it's going back down now because they're gaining the victory points from having it. Okay. But I want to wait. There's no way that an attack by these guys alone is going to work. Oh, okay. Well, that's not a bad idea. Let's take Miles and let's send him. Not that way. Not that way. We're going to have to send him here first. I never did really know what you get when you just send somebody back there. So I appreciate that tip. That helps out. I'm guessing that it just helps to minimize the loss from this and allows for me to buy that much more time. I guess the risk is that they might bring somebody back here to deal with me. It bugs me a little bit that the AI isn't smart enough to at least leave somebody in this instance over here by the objective, but, you know, hey, whatever. Who's shooting? Is it these guys? What are they shooting at? Oh, they're shooting over here. Okay. 5 losses, 6 losses. They can take that. You can use all the ammo you want on that. No problem. All right. So now we're back to a minor victory again. But we're about to take this. Or reduce their control to nothing and then take it. Okay. So that's easy, right? It feels like a cheat when I do a thing like that. You know, you can outfox the AI by just marching all the way around or riding all the way around them. But you know, hey, I really want to smash their army is what I want to do. Hey, got another one joined in on the stream. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate you. We're Civil War fighting here. Grand Tactician style. Boomski, Moody Spring is taken. And they are doing nothing about it. Now my guess is that even though I've got it, they're not going to retreat from the field anytime soon. That's my guess. As we head on into nighttime. Just got to watch ourselves here. These guys might just launch forward. Oh, here they come, maybe. Oh, they're doing something. They're doing something. Our reinforcements aren't here yet. Ooh, I think they're pulling back with some guys. Possibly. We'll have to see. Maybe we forced them back. Now, what is this about? How are they earning victory points still? Oh, was that the spot where they were earning them and it stopped there? Yeah, I hear what you're saying there, Matthew. I'm with you. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh yeah, they're coming for us here. All right. They know what's about to happen. So what I would say in response about that is that if I were playing as the Confederates and I knew my victory location was here, and I knew that there was something that could flank like I did, I would have a line that was basically established along so that I controlled this stretch of road between this creek and this river bend here. And I would endeavor to prevent, like a common sense thing would be to prevent a move, an easy move along a road like that from happening. All right, these guys can stand up. Yep, okay, they're going to come down. All right, looks like they're going to try to attack. Interesting. We stand and fight to sundown. That's the question. Let's go ahead and bring these guys over here. For the timing. Yeah, we'll at least kill some Yankees. Okay, 39 down from that. Still only 10 from here. Losses now. That's not so bad. Ah, there they go. That's okay. These are just skirmishers. The rebel advance here late on day 2. Boo, boo, boo. Keep shooting at them. And we'll let these skirmishers come on back. That's fine. We'll probably release new units of skirmishers once they do. So let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead, recall. Recall. And let's send some out. Skirmishers along the creek works fine for me. Except these guys are going to be overwhelmed very quickly. Whoop. Yep, off they go. Okay. Let's go. So it would be good for them to push and take the Manley farm. That would prevent me from making the flanking move that I want to make. Still a minor victory for now. Let's go ahead and make sure that they don't surprise us here. And let's get this infantry set up. Porter will come up. Good. Send more skirmishers out. New unit. That's the beauty of that. These guys can lay down. Ooh, it looks like we opened up. Shoot. Okay. They're not moving down too far off the hill. They may still give us this road. We'll see. Reinforcements were supposed to be arriving on this night. It was 23 hours, I think it was, from the beginning of the engagement. So we should be arriving at that point momentarily. Yeah, so they're going back up on the hill. Just got to try to get over here with somebody. How are we looking overall here? Yeah, not too terrible. Okay, now we're up to 13,000, which means I knew, okay, so sweet. We got these guys on over here, which means that our flanking action shifts to this side. Excellent. Harney's Department of the West will flank to the south. We'll start by moving them. We're going to have to divert just a little bit. Like, they're going to come down here to the Dixon farm. That's where they're going to head to. Right here. Okay. Get on the road, boys. Excellent. All right, so that's where our attack will come from, is down this way. Our main attack. Oh, it says now I'm defending. Oh, because, okay, because I took the, got it. Now, that's a good, that was a good question I saw a second ago. What happens if I just try to hold the victory point and just run the clock? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Y'all can use up all your ammo if you like. And get back into these woods. Cover the creek. Or maybe, you know, maybe nudge things in the direction of having them attack me in these woods. Maybe bring Porter down kind of as a distraction. And then hit him hard with Harney on the back end. doing here? Oh. All right, Miles. I think he's going to be dealing with some enemy. Let's go ahead and dismount. Oh, give me a break. There's no orders. Okay, end of day. Sweet. Continue. Okay, you can see our deployment's limited over here, so we'll continue the march. They fall off by the side of the roadside. Fine. I think everybody else pretty much stays put, and we just continue this march. We'll just scooch everybody. You know what? I just want to leave it. I just want to leave it so I don't mess with it. Quartermaster's morning report. The reports received suggest morale in the Army is intact. Total men reported wounded sum up to 258. Army supply situation is mediocre. Supply trains reached almost all the units, and supply level is 68 out of 100. Sufficient provisions 5 days, forage 7 days. Very well. All right, we're just going to hit the play button here and go. Whoa, what the heck happened to my guys over here? Did they get pulled all the way back? Where did they get sent to? Oh, here he is. Okay. Shoot. Well, they may come back and retake this. Okay, we need to send. I want to send some cav forward. Let's mount them back up, right? And we need to look out, see what they got. Phew, 2 times. Yeah. I guess they know that my reinforcements are here because the AI would know, like I do, that this entry point went over to me because they see the blue there. So are they? Okay, they're coming all the way back. All right. Well, I'd say we could probably go ahead and take this hill with Burbank right here. We can go ahead, I think, and just move ahead with Wallace. Doop. Granger. Boop. Don't worry about taking the roads. Don't worry about taking the roads. Irvin, same. Just kind of do that. Artillery. Don't worry about, well, no, artillery always takes the roads. Right here. Okay. Churchill's moving up. The 2 artillery pieces, the batteries anyway. Do that and that. Let's go. There's their old entrenchments right there. That's kind of cool. Here's Miles, so let's just bring him back right here for now. This fella is going to go So here they are gathering around the point. Huh. Okay. Well, we'll now bring Harney over to here. Porter, come on up, guy. And then we'll have Porter's division here. Burbank in the center. Harney on the left. And our battlefield will end up with Harney's troops here, most likely. Attacking across the open here doesn't seem like a smart thing to do, but they don't have much artillery, though. You have bled with Wallace. Now bleed with me. That's right. All right, so Porter will have his troops back in a take the road deal here. Boop, 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 boop. And we'll have him just come up here onto Oak Hill. Pow. Go, go, go. Churchill. Here. Guns. Here and here. Hooker. Like that. Burbank. Head on to the reverse side of this slope on the fence. That's fine. Then we'll get the army redeployed. And the July 23rd, day 3. This will be the crucial day. Yeah, I think we'll set our artillery up here when we actually make the final push. Just set it all, set a whole bunch up over here. Maybe a little further forward to here. Shoot at them. Bring some more up. It's looking right down here. Deploy troops in the woods here. Porter probably end up squeezing forward. Tough to say yet. We'll see kind of where we're at. It's very fluid. Do have a refill I'm going to have to do. Taking a lot of time on this battle, folks. Yeah, I can't sit here and say that was entirely intentional to move him up with skirmishers like that, but I think when you deploy skirmishers out in front of a brigade and then you just order the brigade to move by itself, they'll do that. They'll just move out ahead of the brigade like that. Okay, Churchill. Let's go ahead and send you up in these woods, brah. See what we got. You will notice, and it frustrates some of the viewers, like I do like to just play the game for sure, but I do plenty of role playing as well, and I have a lot of home rules about how I believe that things would be done in real life or would have been done. And I try to match that with what the game gives you to do. So we're at a minor defeat now. Okay. Well, yeah, I may yet. I may yet do just that. Once again, a bunch of cavalry on foot. That's funny. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll have to, looks like, oh, there may be a bug working there in my game where they're supposed to show up as being on their horses, but they aren't showing that way. That's funky. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brigades. Doop. Don't worry about roads, buddy. Don't worry about roads. Don't worry about roads. You guys, everybody, come on. Okay, you're there. Three-inch ordnance rifles, you're there. You're there. All right. Then we'll send these 2 brigades here, likely to flank. And then Porter. Let's see, Burbank. We'll bring him to... We'll use him. Let's recall his skirmishers. We don't really need him right now. We'll bring him here. Porter. Get his artillery deployed right up here. Right on the road next to the cab. Go, go, go. All right, you guys. Double time. Double time. Double time. How are we looking here? All right, yeah, we can see them all. Excellent. Excellent. Harney, come on up here. All right. Now the rest of Porter's troops, we're just going to bring here. Here. And here. And then himself. there. These batteries here are going to go to here and here. Hooker will move up to the Ginn farm. Good. All right. These guns should be opening up now. Yeah, good. I want you to hit those guys, and those guys. We're nervous, taking some counter battery fire. I tell you what, we'll keep that going at them. That's fine. Maybe we'll make them run off. Boom. All right. You two guys. You. Here. You. Here. Tightening the noose. Yeah, I'm going to use my artillery superiority for everything it's worth. That is for sure. All right, Harney can come on up. Hooker and Porter are up. Good, good, good. What we're going to do is we're just going to send everybody straight up at them, everybody, and then we're just going to roll them up this way. Just keep the artillery pumping the whole time. Get everybody formed up. Maybe let them rest for a minute. Let the artillery waylay for a little while longer. Them. Good. Okay. These guys are about set. We'll start the attack here. Irwin. Here. Granger. Here. You guys. Here. Morgan. You guys here. Burbank. Pierce through here. Abercrombie. Here. Lyon. Here. And here we go. This will be it. Cannon, king of the battlefield. You got more of them, and they got good range. You control everything. That's a fact. No doubt about it. And off we go. We'll just have to try and keep ourselves from getting messed up real bad here. in combat. Come on, boys. Come on. Get moving. Get moving. They're getting clumped up a little bit, so it's hampering their movement. See how this goes. Attack. 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 You. Here. You. Attack. And this is going to be the main action. And then let's get Porter up here. And Harney. And we'll hope that this does the trick. Here we go, boys and girls. Come on, attack. Didn't send any skirmishers out here. Didn't feel like I needed to. Let's mount up. Let's go ahead and roll these guns forward a bit. And these guys, boop, boop, boop. Good, good, good. You attack. Attack. Right. Attack. 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 Yeah. I want to believe we should come out pretty well here. Attack. Just doing a right click and attack works better than trying to actually guide him in. Okay. I think we're doing all right here. Go. You there. You guys here. You guys here too. Here we go. You there. Wow. We got range on these guys. What do we have? Wow, that's the Springfield rifle musket doing that. Wow. You guys, come on. It's double time. Right there. All right. Looks like we're a little nervous here. Nervous in the service. Let's concentrate fire here. Here and here. We in the Reb killing business. let's go medium range now. Attack. Let's keep these guys at long range. Time. These guys short range. Or actually, no. Well, I guess the order's coming in, so. Attack. Ooh, man! It is deadly up here. Alright. You might have been right, Stoic. This may not work. This may not work. We'll see. Boy, that's pretty cool looking. I'll say that much. These guys, confident still. Abercrombie. They're rookie troops. Let's go these guys, medium range. Let's fire here. Get rid of those guns. Come on, boys. Right down here at him. Alright, now we got them on a flank. Let's grab these guns. Yeah. Alright. These boys. I want to believe maybe we'll be fine if we just... Here we go. Got a charge. We'll just shoot them. Maybe they'll run away before they make contact. Ooh, nasty shot right in there. Charge. Counter charge. Abercrombie's going to get in there. Make him run. Make him run. Come on, boys. Make him run. Come on, boys. Let's go ahead. Nope. Shoot it down. I think we're doing good there. Keep moving up. Let's keep moving up. Right there. In the red, killing business. Still confident right here. Ooh. Good. Charge these guys. Right. Cavalry. Let's go form up. Put you right here. Reserve, Burbank. Let's get you shooting at these guys. Abercrombie's doing fantastic right here, man. Woo! Okay, now we just... Let's do this real quick. Maybe we can do our little cheat. Nope. A little stay, a little nervous. Okay, we got a victory working here. Good. Good. Shoot these guys. Now they're going to run. These guys are going to run. These guys are going to double time, right? Yep. We're going to charge them if we can. Excellente. Keep shooting at these bastards. Let's go medium range with these dudes. Okay, them two. Charge these guys. Get the cavalry in there. Run them off, by God. All right, let's advance. Shoot here. You advance. Focus, focus. You advance. You advance. Killing Rebs, taking their guns too. Come on, baby. Hit them. Run them all off. Charge into them. I think we'll give these guys a break. Guys, lay down. Burbank. Keep you in reserve for now. All right, this worked out. Yeah, Abercrombie. Holy moly. Is that because of him? Let's go get those dudes. Yep. And off these guys go. Excellent. Enemy is retreating. Yes. Excellent. Report. All right. So, mission accomplished. Killed a whole bunch more of them than they did of us. Killed a bunch more and wounded a bunch more too. There's that. That's good. They lose 27% of their force opposed to 14% of mine. And they'll be running away. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we'll have to finish this out, obviously. Boop. We'll go 2 times. Try to charge them down. Get them messed up. Let's charge them down with the cav. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think this helps us take prisoners, I think. I'm not sure about that. But there you have it. Boop. We'll just get folks moved up. Proper. Stay after them. Excellent. All right. All right. Form up there. Keep the artillery in the back. Heckman had to break there. Hood will come over and rally. Oh, that was Burbank. Was he partially broken? Wow. All right. Let's get busy rallying. Harney. You could probably come back here and rally, as a matter of fact, and you go here. That's more efficient. You rally. All right. Uh-huh. If you know, you know, right? Okay. This turns into a major victory. Wonderful. That's good. Well, once we jump out of this, I think we'll take Springfield back, send Gustavus Smith reeling out of southwest Missouri, maybe for good. And I think I'll reorganize these two armies into one. So we may do that too. One thing we'll do for sure once we get back into the campaign is we got a refill right here. And then I need to do a stop start on the recording. Boop, boop, boop. Yes, sir. I'd say that worked out just fine. Yes, sir. All right, ended up taking out another 300 of their troops. Not too bad here. Pretty good. So, finally get a victory in Missouri, the way we were hoping for. Wonderful. Federal major victory. Thanks all those sticking around watching the stream tonight. Appreciate you as always. Churchill. What? He was chasing down all them bad guys at the end. Colonel Irwin's become famous. All right. I think his brigade did pretty good there. Glorious victory at Springfield. Western Army fleeing in panic. General Churchill loses face. General Steele loses face. That's the enemy army, I think. Yes, sir. 3,200 enemy casualties. 839 captured. That's cool. Along with the 414 killed. That means that they won't be replacing them anytime soon. 254 killed, 347 missing. Oh, we captured over 2,100 rifles, couple of guns. Excellent. And we got some troops headed back to our prisoner war camps. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Take this instance to keep it paused. And we have this cavalry raid in their rear also. How about that, baby? All right, let's go ahead and have them do that, right? Maybe he'll retreat this way and north, I guess, which would be really annoying. Not going to lie. But I'm going to do a refill right here, swing through the bathroom real quick. Stay right there. Don't move. We'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cheers. We're still at it right here, man. Going, coming up on 2 hours. And I want to say we'll be running these guys off real good. We're in the middle of the night right now. Obviously, it's reflecting the fighting that was ongoing. Okay. Once they run off for good, we'll do some reorganization there. I want to look at finances again real quick. I brought tariffs up, sales taxes all the way up. Man, our income is looking good right now. I want to push hard for this. How long is this going to take? 25.7 more days. We'll be fine. We'll be able to get one more loan in that time and pay. And then this, I believe, should be huge for us. 12.2 days. So there was something I actually thought of. I'll probably do a cut-in of the battle footage that goes over the top of this commentary. But that battle right there reminds me of something that I always try. Like, I've studied the Civil War a lot in my life, ever since I was a kid. All of the different battles and so many of the different generals and the way they approach things. And in my early studies of the Civil War, had heard all about the different ways that General Lee was a genius and that General McClellan was a pansy and not a good general. That battle and the way that it worked out with me moving and using my artillery advantage in the battle to kill more of the enemy reminds me of essentially the way that McClellan, what I've always thought of that he had right. And he learned it when he went over to observe, as I understand it anyway, in my own studies. He went over to observe the French, the British, and I think the Turks fight in the Crimean War. And he learned how artillery kind of sets the line a lot in this era, and you pretty much can't do a whole lot with outside of the range, or you don't want to do a whole lot outside of the in a major battle environment, let's say, outside the range of your artillery. And so the key in McClellan's mind was just get your big guns in a position where they will just march up, and as long as you have more of the big guns that can fire accurately, the enemy will just move back, and you won't have to get a bunch of your men killed going to push them back. So let's go ahead and advance through Springfield here. We'll stay on the defensive. Or no, shoot. Let's go ahead and do the same thing with him. But with him, let's force march and let's stay on the attack and raid. These guys, same. But what you saw happen in that battle right there was me get the artillery set, get the line set using the artillery, and just make sure I had a contiguous line. You don't want to send some guys off on some flanking mission that is just going to get them isolated, generally speaking. And get it all set with the artillery there within range. The artillery can start banging away indiscriminately at the enemy line, and then the infantry is just there to just kind of finish the job, so to speak. And then, you want to flank everywhere that you have a chance where the enemy's flank is in the air. Get some troops like I did around the side there and flank them, and hope that those flanking troops don't get isolated or run off. Matthew, when you say use artillery as a blocking force, all right, these guys are not. Yeah, let's attack. And let's just come up to this crossroad. I wonder if they'll be able to see me. So they are retreating south. That's nice to see. Let's get this guy working again. All the way to green, please. And then I'll probably just entrench. We'll probably just hang out for now here for a while. We're going to get the armies back into good shape. Probably got a perk. Yep. Ooh, what do we want to do here? Oh, check this out. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Yes. We're really going to chew them up now, I believe. Come on, baby. Missouri Cav. 284 troopers over here that are harassing the enemy. That's great. Love that. And so just to kind of put a wrap on what I was talking about, again, McClellan's problem was that he was too cautious. He loved and cared about the lives of his men too much. And that's it. They loved him. They loved him because he felt that way. But it doesn't win you a whole lot of battles. And so he would work that whole idea of get the artillery set up. And then if things kind of got moving and Lee began pushing the initiative and everything, he would lose his stuff and he wouldn't know what to do. He'd call for a retreat. He'd call for reinforcements. He'd say that the Confederates outnumbered him by a whole bunch. Timidity and caution, over-caution was McClellan's problem. Otherwise, his concept was sound. It was a sound concept. Lead with the artillery, do everything from there. It made sense, especially when you're talking about going up against fortified positions. The Rebs in that battle weren't able to do that. But there you have that. All right. So, pushed them all the way back to Arkansas. All right, let's go on the defensive here. Let's scout. Now, these two armies right here, we will merge. The Department of the West. I think Harney, he is a major general, so he'll get command, I believe. Stoic, I'm reading you here. If I think back to that Charlottesville battle, I didn't use my guns as well as the Confederates. They had a massive artillery way closer to the fight. Mine kind of scattered further back. And yeah, right. So, in the case of Grant, you got it. Like, they didn't love him as much as they just, by that time in 1864 in the Overland Campaign, when he kept, moving off the flank by the right or whatever it was called. I wish I remembered that right. It was that they were getting results and that they weren't being ordered to go backwards. When you're a soldier on the ground and you're one of the guys who's a sheep, as men kind of came to figure out, if they didn't know already, it's immensely discouraging to spend 1, 2, 3 a week days fighting over territory, losing your friends, losing your leaders, maybe losing a part of your body, losing your sanity, and then to be told that none of it mattered and we need to go back. Like, that feeling almost sucks worse than going into a battle, getting everybody slaughtered, and then even still continuing to move into enemy territory. At least then, all of that sacrifice was for something, is what the ordinary soldier ends up feeling like. So they didn't necessarily love Grant because he kept sending them into the grinder, like you're saying. They just ended up appreciating and I think and respecting the results that they were getting, the idea that it wasn't, even though we had men dying, they were dying as we were moving forward. We weren't moving backward. It was really quite something. Oh yeah, you're right about the financial situation. We got some work to do there. Okay, I was busy reorganizing these troops out west. Okay, so the Department of the West and the Army of the West, right? Army of the West. Under Hooker, I mean, I think we could probably put everybody under him. He's done pretty good. He's got himself a star. We can't promote him. So let's take the Department of the West, right, under Lyon, or no. Let's go transfer. Army of the West. What should we do here? Lyon. I see. Okay. We'll have to reorganize. We'll have to send these guys over. And then we'll have to reorganize the whole thing. Get us some new division commanders, maybe 2. Maybe do a 3-division army here. We'll make sure Harney is included. He'll be our next division commander. We'll have to go back and find him. That'll work. Okay. Right? If we just X out, will it execute that? Yeah, okay. Boom. So we'll be waiting a day. Okay, that's fine and good. And yeah, so we're back to the financial screen, right? So minus 1.1 billion now. Goodness gracious. Buildings, army upkeep. Oh, here was one. One of you fellas had a good note about this news agency that I put in New York, that it should be closer to the front line. You're right. You're right. So let's do another news agency. 75K. And let's put it right here in DC. Let's do that. Let's put another one in Pittsburgh. Right there. Oh, shoot. That didn't do it, did it? Okay. No, I don't care. Now, there may be some sidebars that I may want to take some time to look at. That's one thing I do. I keep the clock running like I do right here like this. No pause gameplay. What it does is, oh wow, that was minus 2.3 million. That must have been upkeep cost. That was a lot of money. Is to just poke around different systems in the game or different areas in the game and try to learn more about like what's going on. So how are our fleets doing? Bay Squadron, Block Island Sound Squadron. We've got provisions. Don't have a lot of fuel left, it looks like. Here we go. Savannah Squadron. They're not going to challenge us. No way. Okay. Good. Everybody looks pretty good. I'd really like to take back Fortress Monroe. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. About ready, I think, to... Yes, okay, sweet. Now, let's add a division commander, shall we? No, cancel. No. We want to add a new group. No, not Schenk. Harney. Yep. Good. Good. So his division will get his old brigade Lion. Oh, come on. Here we go. Whoop. Abercrombie. Morgan. Well, let's put a 3-inch battery, another one, and Chapman. So Chapman's got 1,500 left, 685, 493. Let's take Chapman and Lyon, combine them, and Lyon will stay in command. Colonel Nathaniel Lyon, there he is right there. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, buddy. He's good. Lyon and Abercrombie in the West. They could be two key guys for us. So, Burbank. Oh, and then there's Heckman. So we could make another new division like I was talking about. Ooh. Let's go. So, Chapman. Now, let's go with... let's do unassigned all Schenk. Sure. Let's go Burbank, Heckman, Jennison. Yeah, we'll do this, and then what we'll have is like a cavalry reserve, so to speak. Don't love it. We got 405, 484, 352. That's all fine. So this would be the Army of the West at just over 12,000 men and 64 guns under Joseph Hooker. They will rest for a little while. This cavalry I want guarding here, so they'll be done doing what they were doing. Stay on the defensive, scout. Yep. All right. All right, starting to dig in. Let's go ahead. This This is called Rosso's Cavalry, but it doesn't need to be called that anymore. Let's call this Department of West Virginia. Enter. Okay, and let's add a brigade there. Do we have a West Virginia brigade we could bring in? I think so. Blue and blue. Oh, nope, not quite. No. Oh, 1,200 volunteers. Dang. Okay. So it'll have to be Pennsylvania. Let's bring Ohio boys in. Let's bring another 1,500 of them. Support's high. Good, good, good. Uniform. That'll work. So he'll have another infantry brigade. And let's get him some more artillery, shall we? More Ohioans. Medium-sized battery. I always like to go medium. Boop. Get him a little more artillery. 16 days, 25 days. Bingo. Now we get to mid to late July. How are we looking here? About to win. They're in trouble. And I haven't this whole time looked at front lines. Okay, so we're just going to handle the bluegrass region for now. Matthew, a well of knowledge, I can already tell. I'm impressed. Ha. The Missouri State Guard crossing the river once more with 18,000 men. That could be a problem. All right, we probably need to reinforce this army now. So we're going to give them a couple more big brigades. Schenck. From where? From... What about Missouri? Yep. All right. 2250... Oh, look at those guys. Let's do it. Yep. They'll get there in 17 days. We'll give Porter another brigade from... I'd say... Ooh, this is tough. We don't have a lot left. Still have quite a few, I think, in New York. 6,000 Pennsylvania and New Jersey, yeah. Massachusetts, so my eastern armies can get quite a bit. Oh, man. So... we're going to have to go. Iowa doesn't have enough. I want them to be close. That's the thing. So we're going to have to go Indiana. We'll just do 1,500 men. Good. That'll be good. The next thing I want to check and see, did Lions Brigade, who gained experience here? Anybody? Yeah, no stars gained in the Army just yet. That's all right. Okay, there was something I definitely had forgotten about. How are we doing down here now? This squadron. Yeah, all right. I think we're... Will we be able to get some provisions over here? Ah, ships constructed. 11 ships have been constructed in the last 3 days. Lovely. Be a good opportunity to add to him, right? We've already got the... Oh, did we capture some of these? Oh, okay. Interesting. I can't remember if I captured those or not. Here are some of my fourth rates that I built for cheap because of a policy. So let's take these and let's move a bunch of these over, or several, and then we'll take the Camellia, the Carnation, the Carabasset, join them up. Good. We'll take, what do we got here? Yeah, okay. Let's do the Faki. The Faki, the Catalpa, and the John Simons. We'll go to that blockade squadron. The Mississippi Squadron, no. Atlantic Squadron, they'll want some more. So let's give them the Ceres, the Cherokee, and the Ferry. Home Squadron. They've got some captured Confederate ships too. That's cool. We'll give them a few others. Hopefully this doesn't stress the supply situation too much. Very good. And we got all these other ones that aren't done just yet, but they will be soon. Those are all blockade ships too. Hopefully that sends the number up big time on the blockade effectiveness. That's one thing I want to check. So you talk about you're kind of running around the map as things are slowly moving ahead. Moorhead Port is... How much are they blockaded? It doesn't show. Huh. This port is an important infrastructure point where trade blah 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 needs to be rebuilt. Infrastructure needs to be rebuilt during this time. Flow of goods is reduced as well as through blockades. This leads to lower revenues, lower availability of goods, and rising prices. I don't see any other details. I swear to God, at one point there were details that were shown there. Could be wrong. They're getting more stuff in the Gulf again. For now. There we go. Looks like the South is industrializing. More support for Southern factories. Government to fund the industry. More money to industrial projects. Arming of civilian ships made possible. Oh my, there we go. That's a big one. The CS Congress is supporting the Industrial Revolution with their recent policies. The agreed decisions allowed diverting further government funds to supporting domestic heavy industry, allowing boosting profitability and encouraging expansion. Industrialization directly serves the war effort. As the heavy industry improves, CS industrial facilities can mass produce new weapons and ships to arm the expanding armies and fleets. Increasing industry subsidies allows the government to fund further projects to encourage new heavy industry complexes to be established and to improve the nation's infrastructure. Their nation's infrastructure, as the case may be. All right. We're looking at these guys. Where are their supplies coming in from? Supply. All right, we need to go back. Here's one thing that was left undone. We need to go back to here. Oh, we got our perks. Okay. There was another one that had a perk that we didn't mess with. Now, I expect this Missouri State Guard may move up through here. This cavalry hopefully can spot that. Okay. Oh, that's ours. Okay. It's a tough ride for these guys out here. They're running out of provisions, it looks like. We don't need to make it a forced march. I don't think so. Still double B minus for now. Took out another bond issue. Ah, shoot. All right, here they come. Well, looks like we're going to have to deal with these boys. I'm kind of in a position where the Army's not ready to get out on the march. These guys probably should just go ahead and pull back. We'll let them take the train if they want. Because he'll have to get off his train and march. So they'll push us back out of West Virginia. And on it goes, right? Oh, well. Ah! Oh, well. I don't want to do a perk with him. Army of Northeastern Virginia, man. Really want to do something with them. All right, so they take all these supply depots. Upshot on that is that the supply depots won't be costing me so much money. Oh, I forgot to turn the music volume down. That's one thing. Gosh darn. Okay. The Department of West Virginia. There. Let's bring these guys right next to them. Good, good. Let's have these guys scout. Let's have these guys scout. I think we'll go through the rest of July here. Finish out July with minimal action. I'm going to look at August being a campaign month for the main army, and I really think I want to just push. Probably take this area near Chancellorsville in the Catherine Furnace area. And just push the line past the Rappahannock. Or wait, is that the... Yeah, that's the Rappahannock. I think this is the James. And then we'll have to do something at some point about the Shenandoah Valley. May have to deal with that first. They could bring an army here and then railroad around the flank pretty easily. Although we'd have these troops in our rear to deal with that. All right, it's kind of status quo everywhere. So there's a couple of things we could look at here. That strategy, how are we doing? National morale, still not great, but hopefully we can take Richmond before long. That's probably going to be a next year thing. But you can see their national support is way lower than mine. My morale, army morale is better. Looks like, you know, we still got about the same number of men fielded right now, which is interesting. You know, me going with this kind of lesser industrial north has borne out interestingly, for sure. They've got way more casualties so far. That's good for me, for sure. Wow, European relations now up to 41. Damn. We're winning the trade war. Looks like. Yikes, yeah. My blockades are really doing a number. Wow, look at that. Holy cow. Economy. Economic strength derived from company products. Weapon technology. Oh, wow. Do they have better weapon technology than me? Huh. Yeah, my foreign trade and private income is just better. Their credibility is better than mine, I think. Oh, you got to be kidding. They got better credit? I can't believe that. Is that right? They do. The Rebs have better credit right now. No kidding. Well, That's the AI doing AI things for you, I guess. How about them apples? Yeah. Well, here we go into August with the front set thusly and things moving forward. We've got the Army of the Coast we haven't done anything with just yet, but that we will. I got plans for them. Well, we've hit about a 2.5 hour stream tonight, and I think I'm about ready to wrap it, baby. I want to turn into a pumpkin. Once again, do appreciate everybody for sticking around. All those who have been watching along, if you haven't done so yet, you always help the channel by hitting that thumbs up button. Do subscribe to the channel if you pop across this stream and you're brand new. Alternate History Gaming, you can look at me at Bank60s94. You can search that. And, of course, I'll be seeing you right here on Grand Tactician, the Civil War, 1861 to 1865, when we get into it. And until the next time, I am Bank60s. See you guys later.